Okay, this is one of the biggest surprises we've had all year. A true legend is making a comeback. The game that literally started it all, Halo Combat Evolved, is returning, but this is not the game you remember. A brand new project is here, and it's called Halo Campaign Evolved.
And look, the team behind this, they are not pulling any punches. They're calling this the ultimate Halo CE campaign remake. I mean, that is a huge statement, and it's setting some incredibly high expectations for what's coming.
So, naturally, it's coming to the platforms where Halo basically built its empire, Xbox and PC. But wait for it, that is not the whole story.
Yeah, you heard that right. For the very first time, Master Chief's original adventure is officially landing on PlayStation. This is huge. I mean, it's breaking down one of the oldest walls in the whole console war saga.
All right, so let's get into it. Here's what we're going to cover. We're going to look at what makes this the ultimate remake, how they're honoring the original, how they're evolving the gameplay, what's up with the new cinematic experience and bonus missions, and what this whole thing really means.
So, first things first, what is Halo Campaign Evolved? This isn't just a remaster, okay? It's a full, from-the-ground-up remake of that original 2001 campaign, and it's set to drop next year. It's really designed to be a brand new starting point for a universe that's been around for a quarter of a century.
Okay, but this is way more than just a fresh coat of paint. You see, the developers, they feel like they've got some unfinished business here. They want to bring this game to a whole new generation, to the diehard fans, and even, to old friends on different consoles.
And that right there brings up the million-dollar question, doesn't it? How do you take a game that so many people consider a masterpiece, a true classic, and update it without, ruining the magic?
Well, this quote right here just says it all. Apparently, a developer said that in every single design meeting, there's always someone in the room ready to stand up and say, nope, that right there, that is sacred. We do not move that crate. And that deep respect for the original is at the heart of every single decision.
See, the team kind of feels like their last attempt, Halo Anniversary, was, it was great for its time, but technology just wasn't there yet. They had goals they just couldn't hit. But now, with tools like Unreal Engine and everything they've learned over the years, they feel like they can finally do it right. They can create the definitive version they've always wanted to make.
So, let's talk gameplay. What's actually changing? The big thing to know is that they are not messing with that core combat loop. The goal here is to enhance it, to add all these modern features and options that fans have been asking for years.
All right, the biggest headline feature, it's a massive boost to co-op. Get this, for the first time ever, you can play through that original campaign with up to 4 players online. And yeah, it's got full cross-platform support. And for all of us who grew up with it, yes, 2-player couch co-op is officially back on consoles. Huge win.
And of course, if you've got a 4-person squad, you gotta have a way to get around, right? Well, they've added a fun little tweak to the iconic Warthog. It now has what the team is hilariously calling a golf cart seat on the back, so your entire squad can just pile in and roll into battle together. It's perfect. Okay, so if you're new to Halo, you might be hearing about skulls and wondering what they are. Well, one of the devs put it perfectly. A skull is a gameplay modifier, generally mean-spirited. Basically, they're these hidden things you find that let you turn on modifiers that just make the game way, way harder in some really crazy ways. And man, are they leaning into replayability with this. You're looking at dozens of skulls, which is the most we've ever seen in a Halo game. That legendary, absolutely brutal Lasso challenge is back. And they finally did it. They've added one of the biggest fan requests ever. You can now actually pick up and use an energy sword after you take down an elite. Okay, but the upgrades are not just about gameplay. Not at all. They are doing a complete overhaul of the game's presentation to really deliver a modern, super high-fidelity cinematic experience.
And I want to be clear here. They're not just up-resing old cutscenes. They are rebuilding every single one from the ground up in Unreal Engine, using the original storyboards to keep it authentic. They even got the original cast back to re-record all the dialogue. And that iconic music? Yeah, it's being totally remixed and remastered. And you can't talk about Halo 1 without talking about the Flood. That terrifying parasite is back, but this time, the team is actually pulling in some of the smarter AI and behaviors from the later Halo games. They're really trying to recapture that original atmosphere, the tension, the suspense, and yeah, the pure horror of when you first encounter them.
Okay, now this might be the most exciting part, especially for anyone who's been a fan for a long time. They are adding brand new, fully playable missions to the original campaign.
That's right. The game is going to ship with 3 brand new bonus missions, which is just wow. It's expanding the story of Combat Evolved for the first time ever.
And this really shows you how carefully they're thinking about this. See, they've designed these missions as a prequel, so they don't mess with that sacred original story at all. Instead, what you get is new interactions between characters, some new gameplay mechanics, and even fresh enemy behaviors that weren't in the original game.
So, when you step back and look at all of this, what's the big picture? What's the ultimate goal? Well, it's pretty clear this is about way more than just remaking an old game. This is about sending out an invitation to everyone.
The developers themselves are calling this project the ultimate love letter to the game that started it all. But they also put out this call to action. They're literally asking the entire massive Halo community to welcome this next wave of players on all platforms with open arms.
So, this remake, it's not just about nostalgia. It's being positioned as a bridge. And it poses a really interesting question for the whole games industry, right? In this era of console exclusives and all this division, could the game that started one of the biggest empires in gaming actually be the one to finally bring everyone together? I guess we'll find out next year.